that a joint? A joint. I mean, it's legal, right?
$48.48. I think we're all happy about ETH. Just saying.
Dust and sunshine can also make my eyes look mean. But there's a brown cat even to this stage show. The topping of the wood pile, breathing slow.
Dan and Melissa, Jules. The show had not even started yet, and we got 24-20 and 48-48. We've gone Super Saiyan Blue, and we've got the Iowa Hawkeyes going on in the jar. Y'all, thank you so freaking much. I don't even know how that happened, but thank y'all. Very, very generous. Incredibly humbled. Yeah, Ethereum is now touching the top trend line of that. I don't know, man. Look, I'm looking at the real quick. We'll go to the other scene real quick because it's a little bit more happening than Bitcoin, right? Okay, you're just looking at Coinbase. Plotted a little bit on Coinbase. We've been looking at Bitfinex. We broke out of the downsloping channel, high point to low point. We have now exceeded the 50% retrace at 130.22. But hitting right here, right? This looks like to me some sort of ascending, broadening wedge. So at the critical area of resistance mine. All right. So you would expect, and you did expect on the move to the upside, that we would at some point, we've talked about it all these coins, right? All hitting between a 382 and a 618. Those are your target areas. All right. Some people went with Ethereum, some went with Bitcoin, some went with XRP, and looks like JP Morgan is coming to wreck you, XRP. Dude, I need y'all to see this. This is hilarious, dude. All right. This is my most recent subscriber to my YouTube channel. This is hilarious. All right. JP Morgan destroy XRP. 16 minutes ago, subbed to this channel. That is so freaking funny, dude. freaking funny. All right, your numbers. Well, JP Morgan has your number. Ripple. Be scared. Bitcoin's over 3,600. Well, yeah, we're looking at it right here. You can see it in the top left of my webcam, or my right. I don't know. Whatever. Near session highs of this 4-hour candle. 50 minutes left until your daily and weekly close. Sunday, fun day. Okay, sweet. But holy crap, y'all! Thank you. Just truly, truly unbelievable. Some bad news got worse, became worse news. Last night I was struggling, going through some crap, and now it's actually just hit critical mass. So, just personal stuff, and it really, really sucks, man. Like I just, I'm like broken by it, but I know it'll get better in time. It just, you know, you just gotta like get over it, I guess, right? Truly. What? Okay, so yep, that's Ethereum. We just leave Ethereum at the top, touching it, respecting it as resistance. If it breaks it, I'll let you know. Bitcoin possibly, potentially breaking out. I mean, we hadn't really adjusted the trend lines a couple times. We had this one crazy rejection wick where you thought all hope was lost when we sold off really early in the morning, and man, it's crazy. I've barely slept any, dude. I've not been able to sleep. I've been completely screwed mentally. Like it's like so bad. We fell slightly below the 20 moving average, and then just saw this big green candle come into play not too long ago. All right, within the past 4 hours, 3 hours really. So great news. Let's see if we can turn this into something, man. I don't know. Like I really don't know. At least the week's starting to begin in certain areas of the world. So good news there. Maybe trading desks could be getting involved, maybe to add some volume to this. I don't know, man, but we have an expected target we would like to see, 38.18. That's the second target of our very large, well-established, confirmed bullish Gartley pattern. All right, we've hit our first target, taking a little profit. Let's see if we can break above 36.34 and confirm prices above it, because we have not been able to do that really yet. Okay, wick, one candle close, and completely reversed and rejected the next 4-hour candle. So. And then really the wick, right? The wick we had here and one right here on the 13th of February. So every time we hit this 36-34 area, it's not been good. It's been tough. It's been impossible to break it. So maybe Bitcoin will wake up a little bit and get us over the big resistance. Okay, that's clearly there. All right, I guess we can just go back real quick to Ethereum. All right, it looks great, man, doesn't it? It looks divine. Nice move, man. Very nice move. So, I don't know. It's upslope consolidation, but it's still moving, man. Still moving. Buying pressure. Came in. Some volume came in to boot. Very good. Positive momentum's building, but your issue here on 4-hour time scale is Ethereum is currently sitting at 79.6 on the RSI, close to 80. That is that's overbought, man. That's pretty freaking overbought. And at levels like this, that's when you start expecting some pullback, potentially. On Ethereum, it would make all the sense in the world, hitting the top trend line of the small pattern, the ascending broadening wedge that we're seeing here. So that doesn't mean it's over. It doesn't mean it's done. I mean, Bitcoin really dictates Ethereum. It just seems like Ethereum's reaping the benefits a little bit more, right? Bitcoin showing a green candle, Ethereum showing 2 green candles, 3 to 4 green candles, right? Good for you, Ethereum, for not being a scrub. Awesome, man. 50% retrace. Let's see if we can get 137.25 in time. All right, just float on up within the respected pattern. Okay, man. All right, let's say hey to chat and we'll look at XRP, which it really is not doing anything, right? It's just not just XRP, man. Maybe it's cursed now, right? Don't say that, man. Don't say that. Still inside the channel, unfortunately, and we're being cool here. We hadn't even adjusted. We could adjust here a little bit. All right, you could adjust here, whatever. Okay, either way, you have not broken, but you have created a hammer, and you've created now a bullish engulfing candle if it stands, but you're still below the 50 moving average, right? I mean, Ethereum is above all 3 moving averages. Okay, had a golden cross on the 13th of February or 14th, right? A Valentine's Day golden cross. It seems crypto this year wants to be our Valentine. Last year, everything was starting to top out around Valentine's Day. Does anyone remember that? We're making jokes about it. Whatever. Haha. You get it. It's funny. Oops. Wow, dude. You're really still there? My bad. Holy crap. No, dude, Ripple. We got our triangle here, man. Alright, the triangle to rule all triangles. It's do or die time, man. You're like 95 plus 96% of the way through this pattern, soon to be touching the apex of the 2 trend lines that are converging. This is the apex right here. Okay, not much room left. Soon enough, you start going sideways long enough, you're just going to invalidate any kind of price contraction. All right, but you know, chances are you go sideways long enough, eventually the move will happen, right? It's just weird and not valid. Maybe the measured move isn't a very good play there for where a target might be. But all we know is XRP's got Phil Centura's falling wedge, whatever. We broke out of it, and now we're contracting on price. You see it all the time, man. You see these breakouts, and then immediately after the breakout happens in swing trading, you'll get a consolidation pattern right after the breakout, and then the calm before the storm. So all the time. I remember IOTA had a huge falling wedge pattern. It kind of broke out of it, fell back down, back tested, then created a small bullish Gartley pattern, and then it was freaking gone, man.
Sensei of the TA Crypto Hive the RSI, there's a message in the bottle, Mitch. Live from the Nutella and Milk Studios in Greenbow, Alabama. Here are some eats for Logan King, the General of the XRP Army.
Dude. Gordon Sumner, thanks for the 589, dude. I don't have a message in a bottle. I saw this the other day. Thought this was really cool. Sent it to David, my IT guy. It's really cool. I'm thinking about getting one. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. You're talking about that. Okay. Well, I'll just show you something you can get that's really cool. Looking for a good picture of it. Whatever. Let's try to zoom in here. Right here. This is what you want, dude. Okay. You want a message in a bottle. You want a USB. Man, login, dude. Oh my god, man.
Is that a joint?
Login, man. Holy crap.
I like big butts.
And you can't deny something. Is that Sumner? Who that is? Something to do with you liking big butts? Billy man? Dude, Rimlock. Unbelievable. This music's loud. Sorry, hold on. I just want to show you all that. Really cool. It's like $10. You can get it. It's just funny, dude. Right? I'm just saying, man. It's cool. Hold on a sec. Sorry, this is create an excuse so we listen to the solo without me interrupting it or ruining it with my voice. Okay. Dude, Rimlock, are you kidding me? Y'all are just fantastic. Freaking love y'all. Okay, so that's it, man. You zoom out a little more on Ripple. Inverse JP Morgan coin. You can clearly see the downsloping channel we've been in since the Great FOMO. We didn't even really start normalizing our price action until like February of 2018. Look, February 5th, February 16th. Like, are you kidding me? From 56 cents to $1.20 in a few days. Remember all that volatility? I remember, dude. I seriously remember. Okay. Oh, and I think someone was talking about, hey, a Gartley on XRP. You know, it's interesting to to think about it like that, you were close, right? I mean, this could have been a bat pattern, honestly. I'm not using that wick, dude. Sorry. Huh. I mean, you retrace a little too deep, but the thing is, on the bat patterns, you want a 38% to 50% retrace. You don't want a 66% retrace or 61.8% retrace, right? This was good. This was really good right here. But you retrace 88% of the way, right? Yep, 89% of the way. That's fine. So it's kind of like we see it time and time again on these harmonics, X, A, B, C, D. You'll get like contradicting criteria of these patterns, and they start forming and meshing into different types. So you'll have like we've seen it a lot, like the bullish bat pattern will merge and fuse with the bullish Gartley pattern, and you'll have different variations of them, but they'll still play out. They'll still play out.
Here's one for living this wild ass life. All the best, Mon.
It is wild, beeswaxers, man and woman. Thank y'all. Really appreciate that. From Virginia, y'all are amazing. Okay, just this community, I can't believe it. It's turned into such a wonderful thing. It's just blossomed, and like I can't even believe. I feel like I'm dreaming every day still. Okay, every freaking day, and it's just been magical this whole year with y'all. Okay, I think as of today or tomorrow, it's actually, so y'all know, the 9th of February was my content creation 1-year anniversary, my live streaming anniversary. If someone wants to like look at this, remember it, or like research it, I think the 17th, 18th, or 19th is like my first time ever solo live streaming. So that's pretty nuts, man. So that took a lot. That was a crazy world. Jumping into streaming solo. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let's get through some more chat. Y'all see that, right? Isn't that nuts? Freaking nuts. Don't look at the wick, man. Look at what makes sense on candle closes. JF Airplane, you're down to 129% on a short. Well, how much leverage are you using, man? Hold on. Chung Chan, thanks for the sub on the Chan. Much love. Thanks, dude. Welcome to the community. If you will be here for more than 5 seconds, maybe. We never know. Okay. Hey, Angry Plumber, dude. Dude, Angry Plumber, man, I wouldn't worry about it like that. Dude, it's just trade setups. It's just market psychology. We look and understand what these things are telling us on the chart. When we start hitting areas of support, coinciding variables, it's just trading, man. We all know it's a slight form of gambling. Every single trade. You go to the casino, same thing, right? Play blackjack. At least in blackjack or any casino game, you know the amount you're wagering, and you know how much you can lose, and you know how much you can win. In trading, if you don't have a plan, you can lose as much as you want, you can gain as much as you want. Chances are you're going to lose everything if you don't know how to do it, right? If you don't have a trading plan. Trading plan. What are you talking about? Trading plan, right? Before you enter a position, like I know a lot of you probably are just entering positions randomly because it's starting to pump or something, right? You have an entry. Why are you entering in that position? Normally it has something to do with coinciding variables at critical areas of support, right? You got bullish divergence, all that. Why are you entering along there? Okay, that's why. Okay, where's your stop going to be? You should be setting up your stop loss. One should be setting up their stop loss right after one places their buy order. And before any of that happens, one should already know what their exit plan is, their strategy for exiting the trade. And why, right? So if you can answer all those questions before you hit that buy, you'll be all right. But if you don't have any of those or only some of those questions answered, you're doing it wrong. You're not doing it right. You have to have a plan. Okay, anyway, where the market will play you. Okay, anyway. It's snowing and raining, dude. You can see the sleet forecast, right? Supposed to get like a lot of like flooding possibly where I live, but it's really just, I'm wearing the black shirt. It's sleeting, it's raining, because it is my soul right now. This is the way my soul feels. completely destroyed. Okay. What's up, John Miller, dude? Thank you, Arthur, dude. Thank you, Rick Schmidt. Sorry, I'm like really behind on chat because we've just been covering a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stuff. So James Skinner, dude. Hopefully it will be, man. We'll see, right? We'll see. Finger crossed. Oh, over here, dude. JP Morgan Probst. Not JP Morgan. What is it? Chase? Yeah, JP Morgan Chase. Hurting about painful things proves that we're human, still sensitive. Here's a healthy sign. Some chronic pains are unhealthy. Yeah, man. You're right. I mean, it's just like, sure, I guess. It just sucks. I know it'll be okay. Probably in the long run, but it just sucks right now. It's really, it's like all fresh, right? It's been like less than 8-9 hours since I found out. So it just sucks. What's up, Lily Flawless? Everybody chilling, Ripple. What you talking about? Chilling? Shilling? Nuh-uh. What's up, Charles Parkhurst, Loster, hello. Wonderful Bricks. Rimlog on YouTube. Aaron M, hello. William Battles, just getting through. You're doing what we do, man. I engage after we analyze things. We've analyzed many things. Multiple things. Exolo Mafia, they're coming for you, dude. They're coming for you. Didn't they like come out with some sort of a credit card partnership or something a couple days ago? Anyone know anything about that? Thanks again, Rumlaw, dude. Much love, man. Seriously. Wolf of Worcester, what's up, dude? You remember and you want it back. Yeah, dude, I remember. Hey, Charles Garcia, dude. Rachel Rhodes, hello. Nexus of Hate. Good to see you, dude. As always. Practice by writing them down. What you talking about, plot? Yeah, right. Anytime you write something down, it's a great way to retain knowledge or information, right? There's like statistics on it. Like if you're learning something, writing something down while you learn it is the best way. It's like proven to retain that information. Of course, everyone's different, right? Everyone learns differently, but yeah, writing down is good. What's up, Rami? Hey, Ked, dude. Sure, man. On the list. What's up, logos free? Yeah, glad to see it. It could break over 125, man. Thanks, Charles, dude. Okay. Give me a sec. Let me look here. Yeah, MTL shifted Momo for sure. It really has. Started to anyway. It's good. Great, man. Okay, here's your MTL. I don't know, dude. It's S-Coin extravaganza. Okay. What do you want me to do here, man? You really try to plot this? I mean, like, we had a huge triangle and we dumped and sold off. And I don't even know if we had the measured move of that triangle, but I remember it. I remember it, and it just didn't survive. It dumped. Probably pretty close to a measured move anyway. Anyway, so since this huge downtrend, I know we broke out of some sort of downsloping channel, and now we've just been going sideways. So a new structure has formed, and it seems to be that it's down sloping. I feel like we are still within the parameters of whatever this is right now. Okay, there you go, man. You're right at the top. You're at the top, man. Does that give more perspective? Understand FOMOing's terrible idea just because look at the structure. You're near the top of this bear structure that is down sloping, right? You're near overbought territory. I think at one point you were. Yeah, 997 sats. We're not at 925 right now. So cool, but great, well-respected little equidistant channel here, right? The 25% support looking great. I'm sure we can just probably chart something. I've seen these like pump and dumps, man, really mess with the flow, don't they? Like, we can try here though, alright? It's okay, man. It's just weird. Okay. Because you have like this other accumulation, trendline 2. So these S coins will do, man. They do all kinds of weird stuff, right? Now, I'm not saying this is a wedge by any means. I have a trend. I have the trend line plotted. Okay, it's a support. It's upsloping, and we just happen to have the top trend line of the channel that is up there too. Don't be confused to think that I'm talking about a wedge by any means. But there you go, man. That's it so far. All right, see what happens if we can get to the top at 1,033. We haven't gotten there yet. We have broken above the critical resistance from January 24th. Look left, some more. Look left, even more. Broken it somewhat. But yeah, there's a decent amount of resistance going on right now, and you are extremely, extremely bearish. But that's okay, man. Just like Bitcoin, when things dump like this, eventually in time, unless they're going bankrupt, unless there's something seriously going wrong, these things normally retrace, so people can take better entries to go short. Unfortunately, the difference right here with these S coins is like most of the time you can't short them, right? You just can't. So, you get wrecked, man. Okay, and we'll just talk about it again. I know I'll talk about it till I'm blue in the face here, but you have huge impulses, like crazy impulses, man, that just you go straight down, and then all of a sudden you start a new angle of descent, right? So here was the impulse. You broke it, whatever, but you just kept selling, man. You just kept selling. So then you formed like a new structure. Okay, and it's like, when will the major retrace be from this high point up here? Eventually, dude. This dump happens, right? People were shorting. They made a killing. They killed it on the shorts. They've covered their shorts, right? They're good. But like down here, it keeps selling off. They don't care. These people made their money, and they say, man, it keeps selling off. Okay, but this is like extremely high areas of risk for a short. We don't want to re-enter now. So they don't. The big money, the smart money doesn't re-enter. And eventually what will happen is you'll get some bullish divergence on your oscillators, whatever, daily time scale. It just gets so tired. That's that angle of descent. It's just a weaker downtrend than the one you had before, showing there aren't near as many people that were shorting this, okay, or dumping this as before. And so eventually what will happen is you'll hit a breaking point where you'll form a double bottom or something, and then you'll explode up to hit certain levels, and that's where Fibonacci comes into play. High point to low point. Here it is, a 50% retrace. It could be a 38% retrace, 50%, 62. It could even be 78% retrace, 3,000, or whatever. It doesn't matter the number. This is just like an example. And then at these areas, it becomes a lower high than your previous high still, even after making a deep retrace. And then bearish divergence shows up on the oscillators with a lot of times a bearish pattern. And then we dump like crazy down to new lower lows, right? And that's all we're talking about on Bitcoin. We think that there's a major retrace at some point coming, just so we can get to areas of value for people to take really good short positions, okay, on Bitcoin. I think right now it's getting tired, and it's a high risk situation for any kind of short down at these areas, okay? That's my case. What's yours? Oh, well, dude, I don't know, man. Bitcoin's 1,200 by in 8 months, dude. Just believe me, dude. It just cuz, man. Seriously, dude. It's bearish, man. It's like, okay, great. Let's talk about structures of patterns, structures of channels, Fibonacci retraces, right? Let's talk about that. Let's be logical in our arguments, not just Rudy poo. We're following something that will play out in 9 months. That's not going to help us. It doesn't help us as traders. Anyway, thanks for this Chinese tea, Irwin coffee. Okay. Just gotta get rid of all this, dude. Sorry. That was good though. Someone want to timestamp that? We'll do it on the Patreon. I know I actually did something like that. That was pretty good, though, man. That was pretty good. Okay. If you enjoyed that little education session, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Let people know if they care. Dude, I can't. Oh my god, dude. I'm getting trolled so hard. Alright, we're just gonna leave it there, dude. This thing will be here forever on MTL. Whatever, dude. Okay, man. Alright, 88. Let's go to 88 US dollar. I think Alkel was talking about, maybe? I don't know, dude. Maybe. I know he was talking about 88. I just didn't know what he was talking about on, like, pairs, right? Look, man. Just 1 anchor point, 2 anchor points, 3 anchor points, 4 and 5 on the bottom, 25% touch point. Nice. A little bit of hardline resistance. Nice. 25 support. 75 resistance. 75 support. Get it? 75 support. No, we broke it. So I think that there's a lot of touch points that give validity to the market interpretation of this channel. Hold on, sir. I'll tell you what, man. It sucks, dude. It sucks so bad. Alright, so what's happening right now? We finally bottomed at 2.8 cents. 2.8 cents. Okay, that's it on this chart on Binance anyway. Broke out. Finding nice support here, like a lot. Like this looks like Neo in a lot of ways, right? Where you've found a support, you're holding it. You would think, hey man, it looks like some sort of head and shoulders or some ugly head and shoulders, but it's not, right? Just going sideways right now. I think we got resistance above us. You just kind of sometimes have to look at it like this. It's not always a clear-cut pattern, but I think there is probably just a little down-sloping channel. Yep. Something like this. So you just got 1 and 2 and 3 on the bottom, just 1 on the top. And the heart line right now, it seems like you're breaking it, or you're attempting to. We've tried multiple times and failed, and here we are. So from your major high point, you know, discernible swing high to swing low, we've retraced right around 38%. That's as high as we've gone. Just kind of like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's currently sitting at 36.29 right now, up 1.32%. This is session highs of the 4-hour candle that we're currently on, and 22 minutes left on the weekly, daily, 4-hour time scale near the candle. So great stuff, man. I don't know, dude. If you had some sort of price contraction, you might have broken it, right? In the short term. Nope, you have not actually broken it. If you have 1 and 2 on the top and 1 and 2 and 3 on the bottom, you're actually right at it. You're right at the top. So, I mean, man, not really your best looking pattern. It's okay. I mean, I'll use that way. That looks a little better. So, there you go, man. Let's see. I mean, you had divergence down here, just like everything else under the sun. The US dollar pair, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Ripple was the only one making convergence, bullish convergence, which is kind of even better. Yeah, not so clear here, but I mean from this low to this low, yeah, but not from this low to this low. So anyway, RSI bullish divergence was great. It was beautiful. So there you go, man. That's like a one way to maybe look at it, okay? And you could probably do an equidistant channel here and get away with it. Okay. And I'm sure someone... See, the thing is, though, I mean, I guess at this point now, we could maybe anchor point 1 and then 2 and then 3 up here for an upsloping channel, maybe, but whatever, dude. Okay. Thanks for the 176 people tuned in right now. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Oh, amazing on a Sunday. Let me get this some more chat, okay? Sure thing, wonderful breaks, man. Anytime, dude. Anytime for the metal. I didn't make metal. That's it. It's kind of time though. What's my opinion on Bitcoin with the news about JP Morgan and Indonesia? I don't know, man. What's the correlation with Bitcoin and the banks? All I know is that Bitcoin has more transactions than any other crypto that exists on the planet. Lightning Network every single day gets closer and closer to becoming like streamlined, and I don't know, man. I think Bitcoin is going to help out so many developing third world countries to be a means of currency for them when they can't trust their governments. I think that's kind of the place where Bitcoin is going to thrive, and is maybe thriving a little bit right now, just a little bit. But we got a long way to go with big blockchain, Bitcoin, crypto, JP Morgan coin. All right, it's all speculative. What's up, Coach K, man? Ultra Instinct Jesus, man. Angle of Descent is a Slayer song, Anthony. Dan says JP Morgan is a freaking joke. Shaking his head. Backed by the U.S. worthless dollar. Yeah, you went in on that trash. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Right, all of us really know that the U.S. dollar is only, it's not money. It's actually just currency. There's a difference between currency and money. All right, and let me look this up so I can say it smarter people than me. Right, articulate it, okay? And I'll just be the messenger. Don't kill the messenger. It's a big deal, though. This is not a joke. Way too much. Okay. Dang, dude. Bitcoin 36.29. I mean, it's like Mara Bazooing right now. Seriously. Okay, so I'm trying to read this, okay? And we're gonna pop it on screen. I'll read it with you so you can read along or listen along. Doesn't matter. Okay. Difference between money and currency, such as the basic difference between money and currency. While money stores intrinsic value within itself, fiat currency possesses buying power bestowed upon it by the government. But this was not always the case. At its inception, the dollar was backed by gold and silver, we all know that, which meant that every unit of currency in circulation was redeemable in gold and silver. In America, a person could walk into a bank, hand the teller his $100 bill, and have it cashed in gold or silver coins. Thus, at this stage, currency was nothing more than a receipt redeemable in gold or silver for its face value. And even though the paper currency did not possess intrinsic value, under the gold standard, it represented the buying power of gold and silver, which is set by the free markets. So the absolute value of the precious metals transferred to the paper, right? Was that early 70s, late 60s? What do you think happens if for some reason the currency is no longer backed by gold and silver? If the currency is supposed to represent the intrinsic value of gold and silver, then if you take the metals out of the equation, what value exactly does the paper represent? The value of the power of a government mandate. Yeah, right. In America, this finally happened in 1971, when President Richard Nixon announced that the U.S. currency was no longer redeemable in gold. The dollar had become completely a fiat currency for the first time in history. The government gained an ability to print as much money, as much paper currency, not money, as was needed to cover its obligations, since it was no longer necessary to collateralize it with anything other than the U.S. government's promise to pay. Unfortunately, all this monetizing or printing of currency comes at a price. It inevitably leads to a terrible thing called inflation, which is just another form of taxation, since it destroys the buying power of the currency, the velocity of money. We talked about that. We lose velocity of money every year. Okay, so there you go, dude. That's just a little, someone talking about, people talking about money, people talking about currency, whatever, dude, right? It'll be like that. Anyway, whatever. I know everyone knows everything, I know, but maybe there was one person out there that got a little bit out of that. Okay. Hey, the Bitcoin boys, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Really appreciate that, man. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're primarily on YouTube, but I stream on Twitch all the same, just because more reach, more people could find us, maybe. Sorry. Hey, there's JP Morgan, Destroy XRP in chat live right now. Welcome, man. Thanks for the sub again, dude. We talked about you earlier, okay? We thought it was hilarious, your name. VeChain doing things, Billy, man? Yeah, we're thinking it probably could, right? Especially with the Bitcoin breaking the upside. I think that made us break out. Did that make us break out? Yeah, it did. It truly did. We'll look at it. Got 15 minutes till the daily, weekly, 4-hour close. Here you go, man. What are you talking about, man? VeChain broke out? What? Yeah, dude. Yeah, it did. Give me a second. Okay. So, here is the one and only
VeChain doing things.
Here it is, man. It broke out. It broke a downsloping channel, right? The thing we've been talking about, all these altcoins, they had these deep, nasty sell-offs, and then they kind of walked out of them, but kept making lower prices. But they were downsloping in their own right. The lower highs gave us that, but we never got ourselves lower lows than this December 15th price, right? We never got lower than that, and so. Simply put, you didn't have to have a channel, but the channel was great because we had the heartline support multiple times, and we just kept bouncing off this 37.95 sat area. Wait, no, sorry, this is not sats, my bad. Sometimes you get to it's 37.95% of 1 cent. That's what that is. Okay, God, how far we have fallen. Remember when VeChain was at like 2.7994 cents? Jeez. Anyway, how far we've come. Inverse come. Dude, you know.
Oh, it feels so good!
Whatever, dude. So, a simple bump and run trade, one would expect to see 5 or 57.4% of 1 cent. If we could ever get there, that it's target. But here's the thing, though, right? You have a high to low on your fibs that line up so wonderfully. We're near 382. The 50% is your next overhead resistance. The one after that's the 618. The one after that's the 78. It's perfect, man. It lines up beautifully. And with fibs, when you can see stuff like that, when it lines up like that, that gives so much more confirmation. It's almost like back testing in your equidistant channel. When you get resistance or support levels with so many fibs, or with the fibs are right at where they are, it's perfect, dude. Okay, so you're clearly going to be showing adversity at 44.99% of 1 cent. Then after that, 47.93% of 1 cent. Each resistance is going to be its own boss. It's going to take one resistance break at a time to get to these targets. It's going to be tough, man. A lot of resistance, dude. Okay, a lot of it. Oh yeah, and some maybe could have made the argument here, and I don't know. But really, from the top point here, we had kind of downsloping, right? 2 downsloping converging trend lines. So it could have been a wedge of some sort. That'd be your measure move right there. Okay, measure move. You don't want to do the bump and run, and you think maybe it's a wedge or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points, 6 touch points. We got a valid wedge, ladies and gentlemen. Big measure move though. Jeez, it's about as big. It's actually not as big as the bump and run. Here's your measure move. All right. So let's if you don't like the bump and run, if you think it's too if you think this market, if you're sketched out by the market, you don't think we're going to hit those targets, a simple bread and butter little measure move trade of a falling wedge pattern will be right here. It'd be at the 886, 54.6% of 1 cent, or just below it, right? So there you go, man. All right, we're kind of back testing, or we're not. We're back testing the area that was once a critical resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points, 5 failures, and now we're out and back testing it. That's incredibly healthy. That's what you want to see, man. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Again.
Bitch ain't doing things.
See where it goes, man. Will the breakout play out? I don't know, man. Bitcoin currently testing to 382, 3634. That battleground, that area we talked about, we've not been able to sustain prices above. That's where Bitcoin is with 10 minutes left on the weekly, daily, and 4-hour candles. Kings. Whatever. Man, I'm telling y'all, dude. Dating, not even once, dude. Don't even do it, man. Don't even do it. It's just a distraction. Just gonna get this more chat, alright? We're looking at things. Yeah, big one, yeah, pulling back. Whatever. Been logged now for 49 minutes. Thanks again for being here, okay? What's up, Blank Man? Weekend pump for the weekday dump. I don't know, man. It's kind of the week now. The weekday. It kind of is the weekday. But we know Mondays are not like the heavy volume days, but still, nevertheless, right? Jamie Diamond Probst. Mondex, what happened, dude? What nickname is that, dude? What happened to storage, dude, Billy? I don't know. I can put on the list. Probably sold off some. That's just a guess, man. Well, gold has been showing a clear momentum shift on the chart since 2013. We were making lower lows, and then I think in 2015 sometime we started making higher lows, forms of accumulation. I mean, composite operator might very well be accumulating, getting in, waiting for the FOMO on gold at some point in the future. Could take 6 months, a year, but they're going to have plenty by the time that happens. Just the way the chart is laying it out for us. Okay. So Mobius too. It's not only destroying buying power of money, but it also results in destroying the ability to compete in a market due to overly high expenses, inflation. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. What's up, Dave Jones, man? Good to see you. Hey, Rob in. Welcome, dude. Good to see you again, dude. Can't tell if JP Morgan destroy XRP is an XRP fan or not. APDP, you never know, man. You just never know. You know, we got lovers and haters of XRP, dude. It's a polarized coin. It's like the election or something, right? U.S. election. Just get in the chat. We got 7 minutes left till your weekly close, so just holding on for that. Myron, yeah, that was the Hodge twins. Yeah, absolutely. Movies, don't ask, man. You'll never see her again, probably, on the stream. Rocksteady, glad you got off work, man, and you're spending your free time with us, man. It's an honor. Thank you, dude. So, Benjamin. Your storage was up 200%, but last night it was only up 85%, right? And what's it up now? I don't know. Really, dude? Really? Oh my god, man. Oh, we broke out of a downsloping channel. Jinx. Kappa. We're back inside the downsloping channel. Literally touching a critical support, right? Pretty critical support. It's whatever they did. It's just storage, man. Alright, storage. It pumped. It reversed. The rug got pulled. People took their profits. And it's down. It's retraced probably 50% of the way. From the low point to the high point. Okay, pump and dump. Dude, Rimlock, man. Are you serious, man?
Is that a joint?
Marijuana's bad.
Rimlog tipped $100. Love you, man. 5 ever.
Love you too, Rimlock, man. For 5 ever. Not forever. 5 ever. Because it's even more than 4 ever. 6 ever, dude. Thanks, man. Much love to do this. Understand. YouTube. Okay, you had a different name, so session top thing not accounting for it. It sucks. The only issue with the session top is you got to have the same name if you want to keep it all unified for it to add together up there. So thanks so much, dude. I don't know what to say, man. It's a blessing, dude. Thank you. Whew. Whoa. The feels, man. The feels. What's my view on some of the media saying Bitcoin does 740,000 to 1 million in the future? I think it's baseless, it's speculative, and it could be dangerous. And it's definitely something that would get the masses to maybe click on the article or to watch what they're saying on television. I think it's giving people what they want to hear, which is clearly how people are successful with the masses. And that's why I think this show will probably never be huge or even big, because we're going to tell you things you don't want to hear here. We're going to break you down and rebuild you, and your mindset's going to be completely different after a few weeks, few days here, whatever. Okay, so I think it's speculative and baseless, and there's no way. Okay, there's no way to really know that. They don't know. What's up, Robert A? Yeah, dude, just trade it. Don't hate it, don't love it. Yep, no emotion for this. Okay, 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Might as well just head on over. Let's do it. You're local on the 8s. Let's go to Bitcoin. Check it out, man. What's happening? Everyone wants to know on this Sunday. A little free time left. Okay, man. Here it is, dude. The consolidation pattern. But it's a Bart Simpson. Could be, but based on what we've seen, it was just an impulse up. We downsloped with our consolidation, very close to a 50% retrace, very close to a 200 moving average, but never even touched it. Really what we touched was a 75% trend line of the equidistant channel that we've been respecting quite well since November. Okay, look. Areas of support, resistance, 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 now support. So when we did that, though, we started forming two downsloping converging trend lines, which some would argue and say could be a pennant or a wedge. Well, either one, it doesn't matter, dude. It's just downsloping consolidation. That's what it is. And that's healthy price action that you're looking for after impulses up if you're long, if you're bullish. Because that gives people areas to accumulate, because there is value down here, because from a low point to a high point you have a 38%, 50%, 60% retrace.
Thanks for the streams, Mitch.
Hey, Vincent, man, X or P, not XRP. Do I have to pick? Which one? Let's go with the P. Thanks, Vincent, man, for the 1337, that elite contribution. We'll eventually get Chalen to make something for 1337. I just don't know what it would be, man. Wax coin, EA games, an EA logo, or Activision Blizzard logo, or something with Star Wars Worlds, right? That might be good. But Star Wars Worlds doesn't have, like, his own brand, right? So, anyway, 39 seconds till your weekly, daily, and 4-hour close. and all the others below it. Master time skills. So that one wig last night, oh man, or in the morning, early in the morning, oh, it was just such a buzzkill. But you're like, who would be trading that, right, at that time? And this might make a little bit more sense for move. All right, breaking back above the 20 and 50 moving average when we were just below both of them. Again, breaking that down, slipping resistance, nice. Volume, average, whatever. Jamie Catrona, tequila, marijuana slate stream. I don't know, dude. Maybe if people want to stick around and watch. Thanks, man. Thanks for the 205 people tuned in between Twitch and YouTube. Y'all are amazing. And look, man, we're doing is a big green candle to close the week out. So we're getting right. We ran up last Friday. So 8 days ago, we had our big impulse, 3 hours of kangish behavior, and for 8 days, man, we consolidated. That's why swing trading, man, you gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. But anyway, it doesn't even matter because look what happened, man. The daily, weekly close, and we closed and rejected prices above the 382 for now. Come on, man, we gotta break that fib note, dude. You can't just keep rejecting it. Come on, man. Come on. Just need some more price action, some more buying pressure to get this thing up to the 50% retrace at 37.26. So I'm just really behind on chat, so I'm just trying to balance it between charts and chat, So Remus, dude, Mr. Spooderman. What's up, Vismic? Okay, anyway, so that's it, dude. That's your Bitcoin. Let's check out the others, the bigger ones. How they doing, man? Let me go back to, I guess we can just go to Coinbase. Whatever, let's just go to Ethereum real quick. All right, Bitcoin, we'll keep our eye on it. I've got another chart up there that I'm always got my eye on, dude. Hold on, what? One chart? Give me a sec. Wow, where was I, man? Give me a sec. Oh, here we go, dude. Here we go. Sorry, dude. A lot of charts, a lot of things going on. Okay, so there you have it. Ascending broadening wedge. We had the top and rejected it, right? We respected it. Great news there, right? That's what you want to see, man. That's what you want to see. Zoom in a little bit. Just to reiterate kind of the analysis of Ethereum. We were in a down sloping channel that all started back on January 5th. We double bottomed down January 28th and the 6th of February at $100 or so. And had that nice bullish divergence on both oscillators, and we popped with Bitcoin, and we actually have broken out. We've broken out of the down sloping channel, and we're forming an ascending broadening wedge by the looks of it, right? Two upsloping diverging trend lines. So higher risk areas up here, certainly. So maybe we sell off, we might flag here and just keep running, hit a 62% retrace, that golden retrace, 137.25, or we just sell all the way off and hit 123 and see what happens there at that support. That is very critical. Okay? Dude, music. Don't you do that. It sounds terrible. Dude, come on. Alright. We have it, man. Great news on Ethereum. Breaking out. Look what happens when you break out, man. Continuing up. But again, this is not the proper consolidation you're looking for so much on Ethereum. It's a lot nicer on Bitcoin. But here, all of a sudden, Bitcoin's just selling off a little bit. You know, down $8. What? We're dumping, man. Yeah, on $8. Whatever. So Roberto, man, this is just trading view, man. Just trading view. All right. Hey, Moonshine Fuel, NASCAR, Crash Fest in progress. Is there NASCAR going on right now, dude? They race in February or something? What do I think of Pundicoin? I don't know, man. It's blockchain, man. They're selling phones in India. Doing things, man. Doing things. All in. Kappa. Hey, Alan Ellis, man. Is BNB doing things? Yeah, it's been doing things all month. Wonderful breaks, dude. All month. Matthew Clifford says, your hard work will be karma for later in life, bro. Thank you, Matthew, man. I hope so, dude. I really hope so, man. All I'm just trying to do is help learn what I learned from a bunch of people smarter than me. Just articulate it to you. Maybe they weren't as good as articulating it, but that's okay. And just trying to make someone's day a little bit better. If someone's miserable, just trying to make their life a little less miserable. I get a lot of fulfillment out of that. So thanks, Matthew, dude. Much love. Okay, sweet. Big Crash is NASCAR. It's on. Is that what is that, like a channel or something, man? I don't know. Whatever. Thanks, dude, for letting me know about the NASCAR crashes. Okay, so really cool, man. Really cool to see a form of that variation of harmonic XABCD. Didn't get what you were looking for on the criteria, but it sure as heck played out well enough at an 88% retrace, right? You see anything like a harmonic, and it meets most of the criteria, and it's retracing 78, 88% of the way, you better look out, man. You got a chance. You got a good chance of seeing a move, an impulse, right? Not bad. But that's all done now. It's all over, the big move, and now we've created price contraction that is down sloping the falling wedge, and we've broken out of that, and now we're just getting standard sideways price contraction, and we're like at the apex of the triangle, man. This is the apex right here where the two trend lines meet, they converge, and dude, we're like 96, 97% of the way through that maturation. It's done, it's developed, it's ready, it's sprung like a gun. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Guess what? Price, the volume, right? The volume is receding, right? Calm before the storm, whatever, however way you want to look at it. Calm before the storm. So the move is coming, dude. Just be ready. Volatility is coming, man. Brace yourself. What happened, dude? So Brian Kellyman says, been with you nearly a year. Chin up and thank you for everything you do. Brian Kellyman, well, thanks for the support, dude. Thanks for watching for all this time, man. It's truly an honor. Always. Like, just to have 1 viewer, 2 viewer, 5 viewers, 10 viewers, whatever, dude. Grateful for it. All right. Well, that's expected, right? That's completely to be expected on XRP to BTC. Yeah, dude. Remember? Do we not remember what's going on with XRP to BTC? We'll show you, man. We'll definitely show you. Since we're looking at XRP to the US dollar, we're about to take another gander at the other pair. Here it is. XRP, BTC. It went on a magical, magnificent journey from September, mid-September, all the way to January 1st, man. That's a long uptrend. The cycle of the trends always come to an end, and we are holding some support right now, but not looking too good, right? I mean, a lower high than your previous high again. You're right now testing a support, very well could crack that. We expect at some point in time to get down to 6,200 something sats, just because of the nature of this pattern, how large it is, how well developed it is. Okay, here's your measured move from the breakout. We're just waiting. You gotta be patient, man. It takes time. We just make all the sense in the world, dude. This is just a long run. Consider yourself lucky in crypto to get runs that last from September to January. Okay, you're just not getting those very often. Anyway. Alright, Billy, man. Go roll a 300, dude. Forever, does that help, man? Let me know. Oh, excuse me. Just let's see here. What happened, Dan, man? Not high enough deal? What you talking about? Thanks, Easy Eerie, dude. Are people being weird in chat? I don't understand what's going on right now. Just scrolling through it. Well, yeah, because not much has changed, Adrian, dude. Not much has really changed. What's up, Eric Dean? Welcome. Well, there's just so much more out there than just XRP, man. I get it. Like, I know it, right? You love something, you believe in it, but it's not moving. But there's just a wide open world. And we are just hobbits, right? So, just plenty to scan, analyze. Don't get married to one asset. You should get married to the assets that have great coinciding variables at critical areas of support or resistance, for short or long, whichever context, right? Get married to them, but be prepared. Well, it's really take them out on a date. You don't have to marry them. Just take them out, see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, whatever. Sweet, dude. So that was it. That's the difference right there. The XRP to BTC versus the XRP to USD. All right. XRP's really been selling off. I don't know. I'm not sure. Did that huge move the upside happened beginning of February, late January on XRP to BTC? So I don't think there's any kind of movement. It didn't really correlate. There wasn't much action on the $300 move we saw in Bitcoin. So give me a sec. Let's see here. Move on. Either way. The right one. Jeez, thing is gone. Insane. Okay, so I kind of want you to remember, go back to VeChain, doing things, right? You know what we can do real quick? Let's do it like this. Okay. Give me a sec. All right, so here's Litecoin to BTC, zoomed out. Okay, the huge, crazy, straight down move ended. Then we got, but we still kept selling off, but the angle of descent was not near as bad, meaning there were just not as many people shorting or selling this. So eventually you got exhausted. You got tired, you hit a support, you had crazy divergence, you broke to the upside, then you broke a downsloping resistance. When you broke the downsloping resistance, you shot up immediately to the next overhead resistance back from September 28th, and then you sold off hardcore, hit throwback, so we call it, and you back tested the area that was once a resistance. It then became support, and then you rounded out and ran again, and then you were gone. So your first target, the top of the structure of the channel, right? That was your first target. You hit it, and then you blasted off and hit the second target almost within a few hours. Yeah, pretty much within a few hours of hitting the first target, the second target, and you ran up a little bit more, and that's kind of where we are now. We're kind of stalling. We're literally right at our exit, right? So bearish convergence going on, you know, lower high than our previous high. That's what happens. A huge moves up like that, you'll dump, you'll sell off, you'll retrace, and then you'll rally, and it looks pretty weak right now. Low volume on a rally with very low levels of positive momentum and relative strength, okay? Near the top of a channel, right? So it could be high risk up here. The move was great, man. It was a great move. But look, why I said let's look at something is because, let me try to, okay, VeChain doing things, right? Same type of stuff, right? You have you have the down sloping move, the new descent angle, the big move down, the new angle, and we just broke it. Okay, this is what happens. A lot of times when you can break these, good things can happen. Okay, momentum shift. So a lot of people start piling in on longs when it happens. It's just a trade, it happens, and a lot of times it can fail. But just showing you what can manifest from a down sloping resistance being cracked, being broken. Okay, whatever. All right, see what happens, dude. See what happens. Similar looking stuff. Sorry. Sure thing, Robert Kirkman. Sorry, just reading, scrolling back up a little bit. Okay, chat's kind of chat is kind of sold off a little bit, right? Bitcoin hasn't, right? Bitcoin's kind of holding, maintaining that price. We can go back to it real quick, just to take a gander. No big deal. Not really doing anything. It's not just completely dumping, right? That's good. There you go, right? You broke the resistance, down sloping resistance, and big move. The volume lacking, you're left wanting on the volume, right? Always on Bitcoin these days, right? Feel dumb. I just looked up what Vato, Spanish for man. Not bad. Wax doing things. Wax into the video game coin. I was thinking about making 1337 the emoji for it, but dude, it's a terrible logo, and I don't know what we'd even do. And I don't even know if Wax will be around. Dude, I don't even know how to say that, but I've got Ethereum Classic in the jar, right? Now, Ethereum Classic is a lit logo. I love Ethereum and Ethereum Classic logos. I like Tron's too. Yeah, we'll look at link. All right, just for a sec. Huh. All right. Here's your link, man. Link's nice uptrend. It got just angles down here, 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 up on top, top trend line. Okay, so just trying to catch up, trying to keep up with this crazy upslope, right? What's happening? This is what I missed, but later went back and saw it, saw price contraction, and we have failed to break out. We had a false breakout. Nice wick and rejection above those, or above that resistance. There you go, to some point, kind of like this. You don't have to use that bottom, but you can use this. Something like that if you want. Doesn't matter. If it makes the most sense, go with it, dude. Go. There you go, man. So triangle of some sort, big move, upside downside, but ran up, rejected it. Not only did you reject the top trend line of the symmetrical triangle, it seems, you've also rejected prices above the 25% trend line. We've seen that 1 and 2 times before. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, couldn't sustain above it, and trying again 6 times, gee, 7th time, whatever. Okay, so definitely well respected trend line. All right, that's good. There's your link, dude. Both y'all asked about it, so that will be done. It's done, dude. Holy crap. Just writing stuff down. Hold on. Okay. What's up, about Crypto Tiger Man? Did we do Neo, Arthur? No, we did not do Neo today, but we've been doing it, right? Oh, yes, sir. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. It is over. Neo, it is over. Done. Third target hit. When we hit this target, ladies and gentlemen, what happened? Closed and reversed, bearish inside bar, whatever. Bearish Harami. He sold off, rejected. Taking profit, making copies. Kanging. Okay, being kangs. Alright, we took an entry down here at 684. Stop loss just below the critical support, and we were fortunate. We did not get stopped out, but got a little bit in the danger zone, but then popped, and then there you go, first target. This second target wasn't for the patrons, but this was just definitely us like looking at this and talking about you can have more than 2 targets. You can have 3, 4, 5, whatever. Hit first target, there would be a second target right here because the candle closed, and then your third target, 862. Boom. Who cares anymore, right? Fantastic. Patrons, we did it, man. We did it. Guess we can look at it. The review on it, maybe, right? Everything's going well on the charts, just everything else sucks. Okay. Here you go, man. This is your Neo. Neo Connect. Neo Connect. Kangs, baby. Patreon, whatever. We did it, man. Alright. Bitcoin up big, Richmond's? Not really, dude. It's up 0.14%. That's not much if you ask me, dude. So 1G project, man. Are we still in the Gartley? No, zombie. We've broken out. We matured and blasted off like we should have. We hit our first target, and now we're trying to break a 382, which is the first target. You're trying to break that fib node. You are struggling. You have not done it. You close the weekly, daily, 4-hour, not being able to do it. You wicked off of it. So, there you go. Okay. There you go, Mr. Beeswax, man. Congrats on being the king. It's almost like I just want to stream forever, dude. That's like I don't even want to like not be live because I feel like such crap, dude. Man. Gotta figure out what kind of PC I'm gonna get for my trip. Heading out to LA in March sometime to visit again, to do a little mini hangout, whatever. And I just gotta get a good streaming laptop. Just gotta figure out which one. Neo gas is exploding. Yeah, Dan Crawl, man. Yeah. Breaking through the Matrix, King Logan, dude. What's up, Tony Ballas, man? What else is going on the weekly besides the hanging man? You have any coinciding variables? Remember, you don't ever want to. One doesn't want to just have a candle pattern by itself. You want to have more reason to believe you're breaking down, not just with a hanging man. Maybe some bearish divergence going on. Okay. Critical areas of resistance. Volume receding. Right? I don't know what that was. I don't know where that came from. Was it Streamlabs? Didn't show up on my Stream Elements. Had to be the Streamlabs. I just dropped a few XLMs in the jar. Let me check it out. Hey, Bitcoin currently at 36.31 right now. Dude, what is happening? Yeah, it was definitely excellent.
Mitch's XRP going to break out.
Hey, Cobman Kang, thanks for the 333. Dude, we're near the apex, man. We're near the apex, and unfortunately, any kind of price action Bitcoin's giving, XRP is not giving much at all with it. Okay, and we know that it's interchanging, right? It's always changing. Where, you know, sometimes Bitcoin's lacking volatility, XRP just explodes up. But then sometimes Bitcoin makes nice moves to the upside. You see Ethereum have crazy gains, and then XRP barely does anything. It's still within the parameters of that symmetrical triangle. We can take a look at it in just a second. Absolutely. Thanks, man. I'm glad you're here, and you're young, man. Make sure you find yourself. You know who you are. You know everything about you before you get in a serious relationship. Make sure you do that. Okay, man? I'm telling you. I was just where you were, right? Okay.
Is that a joint?
Thanks for the link analysis and all the good work, Kings.
WW Baker 3, thanks for the 420. Is that a joint contribution? Much love, man. Really appreciate that, Kangs. Thank you, dude. Yep. Oh, hey, it's starting to move. So here's the thing, man. Like, when you start getting that close to the apex, dude, it starts getting really weird. You are starting to, like, break, I guess, now. Yeah, there you go, dude. Getting a little movement, aren't you, on XRP, dude? But you got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and actually 5 rejections above this down-sloping resistance, right? We've not been able to do it. Oddly enough, this down-sloping trend line is confluent somehow with the 200 moving average. So it seems to me that the 200 moving average is being extremely well respected. So say we're breaking out of this pattern? I don't think so, man. I think that, look, man, it's the 200 that's been tested every time, right? Just about. So I think you got to get above 31.31 cents, dude. You've got to break that 200 moving average. And if you do that and you start having consistent higher highs, higher lows, you'll get a golden cross within the next day or two. It won't take long at all because your 200 is finally caught up, right? You see how diverged away the 200 got from the 50 and 20. Now they're getting close together again, right? If you could make a nice move, that's that golden cross, and all of a sudden you're going to be above all 3 moving averages, and hopefully you can be starting to bounce off that 20 moving average that's going to be above the 50, which is going to be above the 200. That's the way you want to have it. Let's see, let's look for a good example of that, right? The moving averages. That's why I have them. It's hard, dude. It's hard to... It's so choppy, dude. So, like, look, man, when you're in a downtrend, right? Look what you're doing. The top, you finally dump, you get a death cross, you start using that 50 and 20 as a resistance point. Look how far away the 200 gets. Then you run back up and you touch the 200, you fail, you fail, you fail. All right, to break it, it's actually used as a resistance here at the lower high than your previous highs, and you dump again. And then all of a sudden you start using the 20 and the 50 as a resistance, and then you sell off. And then it bounces back to the 20, back to the 20, then it breaks the 2050 finally. The first time and just sells off again, you know, just chops through it. And then we get, look, all the trend lines get close together, right? You're like, oh man, we're about to get a golden cross, but it's a lagging indicator. So you can't always put too much weight in this, but it's really good to just see the trend, right? It helps you with that. And dude, once we failed to break the 200 enough times, we dumped again. There was no demand, so we found some demand down here. 20 moving average, 20 moving average, finally broke above them. Okay, went sideways, and that's it. Finally got ourselves a nice golden cross, a big move to the upside, some volume, and more volume came in. right? Then got a golden cross, and then we stayed above the 20. Look at this, man. Fell down to the 50 and bounced, but you know, whatever, man. The rally was short-lived with the bearish divergence, extreme bearish divergence. So anyway, just going over moving averages, a little education. Why not, man? But I think that, hey, it looks great. Maybe we're breaking out, man. But maybe, just maybe, right after you break out on no volume, really, you're going to hit the 200 moving average, and you very well could fail to break above it. Okay, 200 simple moving average. How is the 200-day or the 200 moving average plotted? You take the candle close, the price of the candle close, say like the previous 200 candle closes you had, whatever the price was at the end of each candle, you add that price together and you divide by 200. That's how the computer knows how to plot that 200 simple moving average, right? So, yep, clearly starting to show a little bit of movement, but still below the 200. So maybe set up an alert above that previous wick. So we hear the beep, we know, man, we know. Called man Kang. Thanks again, dude. Much love. What's up, Greg H, man? You're waiting for the in-laws? Heck yeah, man. Good on you for picking them up. Not making them Uber. That's cordial of you. Wonderful. Mr. Spinner, you got locked out of BitMEX? Yeah, dude, it's pretty trash infrastructure of a website, dude, for trading. You better have your, that's why having stops set up is so important, dude. You better not be having stops set up where everyone else has their stops, otherwise you're gonna get a running stop where your order won't fill. Everyone else's will. Then the price will keep dumping and your order never got filled, and then all of a sudden it's not worth that at all. Alright, so people are selling off hardcore, and it's not at your price. What are you talking about? Nah, brainwaves, dude. No, that's the problem. That's the issue, dude. That's the issue. That's why I'm so effed up right now. Brainwaves. Okay. That's done. Okay. It's whatever, man. It's like, not like I'm not gonna get over it. And not like I'm not gonna find someone else, right? I'm actually just kind of interested in what y'all are talking about in chat. Sorry, just reading it. Yeah, not commenting on it, just reading it. What's up, BitMEX trades, dude? All in on Illuminati coin. Isn't that POA? Literally, like POA coin. It's like their logo is the Illuminati or something. Oh crap, man! Sorry, I missed the. Jurgen's alright. It's whatever. He does his thing, you know. He provides content, and a lot of people enjoy it. So, you know, whether you like him or not, he does have a following and a community that do respect him, and that's like really the thing of a streamer, right? I'm sure there are many people that hate me or don't like me, right? But there are also people that kind of like me, right? Too. So, not many. I mean, some, but like, you know, not like Joe Rogan. I'm just saying, like, that's the whole point of content creator, is to have some sort of following, whether people hate him or not. Some people probably hate me and watch him, right? So, but Norbert Chong, welcome, man. Rocksteady, why now? Why now what? What are you talking about? What about Ethereum? Well, we already looked at it, but we can look at it again. Sure. Yeah, set up an alert here, so. Oh, let me make sure I got the... Yeah, here we go. What about Ethereum? Just a reiteration here, okay? Here it is, man. You broke it down, slipping resistance. So the momentum shifted. You had a golden cross on the 13th of February where you're 50 bullishly crossed over your 200. Wonderful. Consolidation, not very good. Not very down sloping at all, is it? You're just move up and then you're just kind of just going up, man. This type of stuff that will give you a wedge at some point. All right, up sloping, right? Right, one here, one there. That'll be a wedge. We break down, run again, maybe hit the 618, 137.25, or we just keep on touching the top trend line here until we get there and then sell off, maybe. But really, I mean, come on, this is all dictated on Bitcoin price action. A lot of it. I mean, if Bitcoin can stay steady and not dump or sell off, you could expect Ethereum to probably just keep on upsloping like it is right now, right? So there you go, Eric Dean, man. That's kind of what about Ethereum, all right? One Lambda, Vladimir, one cardboard box. You need to ask the right questions. Thanks, Dan, man. All right, Mock, have a good one, dude. Thanks for tuning in, man. And thank you so much, man, for those contributions. Freaking love you, dude. Okay, there's your Ethereum. Ascending, broadening wedge, it would seem. And you're at the top trend line. You respected it, rejected it on the 4-hour weekly daily close right here. And now you're just kind of green because Bitcoin's just kind of green right at that 382. Right at the 382. Oops. There you go, man. Getting your break. But we got to break more, okay? Just because you break one doesn't mean you're kings. You just have the right to maybe become a king if you can break the next resistance, which is this critical 382. It's been a travesty, a tragedy. It's been failure, trial and error. Maybe we can try again and break it, okay? So we're looking for this. We would expect our secondary target, 3818, huge bullish Gartley pattern that started December 15th, ended February 8th. Come on, man, almost a 2-month large pattern, 7-week long pattern. Give me a break, dude. Beautiful. We've only hit one target. Let's see if we can hit the second. All right, then I'll be happy. I can die happy then. It's fat game. Thanks for log, man. Love you, dude. I'm just catching up on chat. Adrian loves green candles. Who doesn't, man? Where's all the volume coming from? There's not much volume going on, dude. Not much volume happening at all. I mean, maybe on Ethereum there's a little bit. Maybe there's some. There's definitely elevated levels of volume, higher than average volume on Ethereum. I don't know. Just, dude, it's Monday in Asia right now, I believe, right? So yeah. So Viva. Oh yeah, man, BQX, dude, like, it's so weird, man. It's so weird. It's like, you created like a structure here, a little channel of some sort. Shit. Really just looking at kind of like this, man. BQX, EVA. Remember, falling wedge, we broke out of it. We were expecting a measured move if we could. I don't know if we will at all, but because you just had your pump, man, the big move, you dumped. You might get a retrace up here. It wouldn't be weird, dude, from a candle close high to low. That's not even a 38% retrace of 5,118 sats, right? So that's in between the 236 and 382. It's definitely where we could reject prices, but here's the thing, man. Here we're below the 200 again. 200 on low volume. It's always used as some sort of resistance. We failed here. Look, we broke out. We rejected the 200, but we're kind of still alive, creeping on back up to that area, okay, of resistance. If you go to the upside, 43.72, where that 200 is going to be a resistance area. I wonder what's going to happen there. But if you keep making higher highs, higher lows, maybe eventually we'll get that measure move of the little miniature pattern we got at the tail end of the impulse down, the big move down. All right, so we got 62% retrace or something, right, from the low point to high point. Okay, so we had a golden retrace area, and that's where you're looking for reversals in the golden zone from 382 and 618. There you go, Eva. All right, see if we can get there. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's some nice divergence going on the way down, right? Slightly lower lows, higher lows roll to strength. Great. Okay, the Bitcoin price increase rock steady, man. Oh, dude, just it happens, man. It happens. You consolidate for a while, and then you get tired of consolidating, and then it's time to break. That's it. It happens. It doesn't have to have volume. It doesn't, man. Dude, the high majority of the trading done with Bitcoin buys and sells is done OTC, over the counter. It's not done on exchanges. We can't really see it. But I know there have been debates about that over and over and over, right? 9:40 a.m. in Tokyo. William Battles, exactly, dude. The week has begun. That's the MACD histogram, Captain Happy. MACD histogram. Love you too, God for Crypto, man. Thanks so much for just supporting me and supporting this channel and just looking out for me, man. Just being a good guy, okay? Dude, Q's, man, wild animal right now, isn't it? I think it's just getting exhausted, but hey, man, plunge protection team keeps it rolling, dude. Keeps it rolling, man. You're getting near that. I guess we just, let me see real quick what I can do. I'm gonna set up an alert on Bitcoin. We hear a beep, we're getting a session high. Yeah, dude, look, man. Oops. Right here, dude, it's just crazy. Here's your S&P 500, right? Good daily. Right, we're approaching, oh, we are really hitting that overbought territory now. We're almost at it, 69.72, almost 70. Approaching that heart line that was once a support. It might be used as a resistance now, but one thing we did do is we broke above the 200-day moving average, which is a big deal, man. Big deal. 200-day. Big stuff. All right, so from high point to low point, though, we have not even hit a 78% retrace. That's a very deep retrace. Okay, 28.15. I'd like to see what happens when we get there, if we can get there, if we don't stall out at the heart line here. But yeah, dude, look, I mean, this is one impulse, one wave. It's not, you know, developing and kind of swing low in here. So like, this isn't really your best form of divergence, because you really want to see those swing lows or swing highs, another move, and then another move with a lower high, lower low, with the diverging oscillator. Or you're not getting that. You're just going, but you are going straight up, and you're making lower levels of positive momentum every time you're going straight up. So something's going to give, it seems like, where we'd at least get a pullback at 38% retrace and then maybe go again. But dude, this has been going on since the 26th of December. Non-stop, man. Non-freaking stop. And just keep it rolling, dude. Plunge protection team, dude. They got you covered. But everything's like getting out of bear territory. Everything's recovered really well. Very well. Sure thing, Eva. I've not, Spinner Man. Dude, Domino's accepting Bitcoin. Who would buy pizza using Bitcoin? Haha, what a joke, dude. That's an ancient meme from days of old. Well, that's what we love about crypto, right? It's divisible. Right, something a lot of things aren't. All right, there you go, dude. That's just my look, and then you keep making higher prices and lower levels of positive momentum on a 4-hour time scale. So time hopping, we got some divergence going on both time scales. Man, sucks, dude. Today sucks really bad, man. I hate it. Okay. Oops, sorry. There we go. It's better. Alright, y'all. So we've looked at a lot today, right? We've had a good productive stream. Efficient. It's been wonderful. Thank y'all so much for just being here. 188 of y'all. Okay. Means a lot. I need y'all. Okay. Some days y'all might need me, but today I definitely need y'all. Alright. Bitcoin's breaking to the upside some. It's cracking that 382. 3 hours 14 minutes left on the 4-hour candle. Alright. So we'll just leave it here real quick. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. This tea ran right, this Chinese tea, Chinese Irwin tea and coffee ran right through me. Run to the bathroom real quick, see if we get some more price action while I'm gone. I'll be right back, okay? Hold tight. Alright, sorry. I'm back. Trying to get the audio adjusted properly. Jeez, it's so difficult sometimes. It's like right at that sweet spot, but just off. And when it's just off, it's really not the sweet spot. It's crazy. Well, you go, man. Bitcoin's moving up a little bit more. Right at that wick. The highest part of the candle structure we had last 4 hours, right? We're right at it right now at 36.39, 36.40, whatever. It's great though, man. It's great. Okay, sure. Just trying to get resituated, reacquainted with my desk and all that, and messages and stuff. Okay, been streaming for an hour and 49 minutes. Remember to hit that like button, that bell, that sub if you're enjoying the live streams. We watch Bitcoin break to some higher highs right now. Well, you know, from whatever. Like here, this was depressing, right? This was not good, but it didn't make sense when we were pumping. Like why we were pumping. Right? No trading desks open. At least some are open right now. And the more time that goes by, more and more are going to open. All right. And, you know, this is interesting because I think the US dollar is sliding. Okay, it's selling off a little bit. So might be seeing an inverse correlation that's going on. All right. Oh, fireworks? Did we do it, man? Aw. Dude, we freaking did it, man. We've done it. Dang. Here you go, fireworks for y'all. I really appreciate those likes, everyone. Very grateful. Okay. Fireworks look kind of okay with the move up on Bitcoin, right? So breaking that 382. We've only done that one or two times. Really only had one candle close above it. So got a long time, 3 hours left on this for our candle, but nevertheless, this is great. But you know, no volume. I get it, but we know volume is kind of taken with a grain of salt a little bit with Bitcoin because of the OTC stuff, right? Just getting through some chat that I've missed. Okay, everyone's talking about pizza and Bitcoin. Yes, pizza and Bitcoin. Thanks, Peter Walker, man. Better some? No, that's right. Waves, thanks, man, for being here with me, man. Sure thing, Randy, dude. Good times are coming, Norbert, man. I hope so, man. I hope so. This is the way I feel right now. Okay, the dark, lightning, snow, rain at the same time. Not good. Sorry, just catching up, man. Just scrolling down, seeing what y'all are talking about. Why does no one ever mention BC and Billy, man? Yeah, dude, why? Why, man? What about Pundicoin, Edwin, dude? Yeah, Pundicoin, they sell cell phones in India. That's what they do, dude. Decentralized Indian cell phones, man. Okay. Not a very good beanie, baby. Who was smoked out? Romeo Shakespeare? Is that his name, dude? Sub, no more wangs. Sub has no more wangs? Never really did, unless you're talking about the Great Finland, right? Dude, they did, man. All 5. And they're talking, like, dude, I think on Reddit, man, it's gone. They're going nuts. Like, dude, they're, like, trying to synth. Like, I think Substratum was kind of created for making it to where censorship doesn't happen. And they're, like, censoring the crap out of Reddit and all the scam articles and all that, dude. They're in serious overdrive mode over there. It's like critical mass. It's reaching that. The Bart never played up. Ugh. Yeah, Bart my butt, man. Downslope and consolidation after an impulse of bullish Gartley. Give me a break, dude. Come on. Come on. There you go. Nice. Bitcoin did it. Got the beep. I don't know, man. I think you're taking out of context the Bart Simpsons, dude. It's a little different context here. Okay, Bitcoin 36.53, up 0.79%. Not much today, right? Not much. So Adrian A. Uh-oh, exposed just dollar cost average 1 XRP. Get wrecked, dude. Get wrecked. Bitcoin up 36.61 right now, up 1% now. Let's go, baby. Let's see if we can keep running, man. All right, Coach K, Ultra Instinct Jesus, man. Are you doing this, man? Is that you, man? I'm always interested to see when Bitcoin price action moves. Like, when will the viewers come back, right? Kappa. What is a Bart? 3 falling peaks, but it doesn't happen that often. It's kind of like a miniature 3 falling peaks where you have a... It's like you have a move up, you sell off, you have a proportionate lower high, lower low, proportionate lower high. Again, you fail like that, and then eventually what will happen is it's giving confirmation. It's almost like triple tops or whatever. It's just not a triple top, it's just lower highs. And so it's just like your third, the rule of 3, just things mathematically start having higher chance of playing out after a third time. So eventually what would happen is you would just dump on that third lower high, and there's a measured move for it. We talked about this maybe yesterday, the day before. Bart Simpson, it's just from the height to that low, right before you rally one more time and dump, and it's just like this, man. So from that breakout, you go like that, and that's like the target for the Bart Simpson, or the 3 falling peaks, whatever. 3 falling peaks, though, are mainly on daily time scales, 4-hour time scales. They're much larger structured, much more larger structure than a Bart Simpson, dude. But this is just like, I don't know, some sort of phenomena that occurs a lot in crypto, because a lot of these theories thinking that we're squaring up, right? We're going to areas where exchanges and big money didn't have a chance to offload, and they're just running it back up so they can offload before it dumps again, right? But that's the bar. But we're not getting that, dude. We had the downside consolidation and look good after a bullish impulse on decent volume. That's it, dude. Whoever asked. Yeah, it wasn't, Larley. It wasn't, dude. Dude, it made a proper retrace. Almost hit a 50% retrace, dude, on this wick right here. Didn't even touch the 200 moving average. It was great, man. It's great. Wedge pennant, whatever. J2, there you go, dude. J2, let me know if you learned, kind of, if you became learned. You bought more Bitcoin today while watching the sunset, or a sunset, Beach Life? Are there 2 suns? You on Tatooine, man? This is the Coinbase exchange, man. It's in 3662. Abdul, man. This is it, dude. My ticker right here is Coinbase. Sure thing, J2, man. Thanks for being here, man. Alright. Evil Whales, whatever, dude. Nice breakout, whatever. It's good, dude. It's great. But, you know, you still got, like, a wick here, you got resistance, like candle close here. You're just now exceeding a candle close here from January 11th. That's it. Okay, so you're starting to break above the candle close from November 27th. Trying to crack it a little bit. Alright, so I think you'll have some adversity at 3681. And then you got all those wicks, man. They'd all be used as resistance, like 3700. You got the candle close 3723. Then you get all kinds of resistance looking left that you could face. But we're not really, I mean, we get it, right? But we're not too concerned about that resistance. We just play ball. We play how we see it, right? We have our bullish pattern. We took our entry, 33.43. We got as low as 33.37 or something, 38. Then we went a week and still bottomed, bullish divergence on the double bottom, Adam and Eve, and then exploded up $300, pulled back a little, and then for 8 days we consolidated, and now a new week candle, a new day candle, a new 4-hour candle has emerged, and here you go. We'll talk about volatility can occur, the end of days, the end of daily candle closes, and the beginning of new candles, right, for the day, right? So, and this is just kind of what we're witnessing. It doesn't happen every day. It doesn't happen most days, but it does happen. We're just kind of seeing a little bit of movement on the new day. Whatever. 3 hours left. 3660. 2 big green candles. Nice, man. Very nice. It always says that people would wait for the actual breakout and retest of those breakout patterns. It wouldn't matter what type of pattern we're in or what we think it's going to do. Yeah, and you're talking about the breakout can go, which is ideal, right? That's what you really want to see. Or we bullishly engulf off that back test. Which the back test, man. Look at Wally, dude. I don't know if you're in here a minute ago. Look at this back test, dude. Take a look at it. How beautiful is this, Larly, man? Give me a sec. How about this, man? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points on this down sloping trend line. We broke out, back tested, and here you go. Here you go. 3 green candles. Not bad, man. Not bad. So we'll see if this can continue on, whatever. I don't know, man, but it is a breakout. It is a breakout. If Bitcoin, the US dollar, wants to continue running, I'm sure that the US dollar tether will probably ride the coattails of Bitcoin to some extent. And then there is, you know, also the, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches to make ourselves have some sort of potential wedge, right? The impulse, and then within the consolidation after this impulse, we had that form of price contraction. It was just down sloping. Really just stalled though on horizontal line supports, right? Just never really fell below 36.16% of 1 cent. No kappa. All right, so measure move of the patterns here, but from a high point to the low point, we're already at a 38% retrace, so could be stalling out at any fib node, including the 382, the one we're at currently. Okay. There you go, man. Some could argue you could fib from a high point here to a low point just to fib the actual pattern, right? The wedge itself would be more conservative. Okay. Well, how about it, man? How about it? Bitcoin 36.66. So let's play some Jesus chimes to the power of to Jesus compels you. The power of to Jesus compels you. Get her out of here. All right. What else we can do, man? We need to. We can go all in, man. We can become holy. All right. No more 666. We will protect this house. Okay, man. It's pretty lit, dude. Pretty lit graphics going on, man. I'm trying to get Chandler to make me a GIF of this to make it like kind of shimmering instead of just a static PNG. It'd be lit, dude. No more 666. We repel it. There's nowhere better than Greenbow, Billy. Yeah, dude. Greenbow. Johnny wants to measure move. Ah, well, you know, whatever. It's easy. I think we already had this on the 60-minute chart or something like that. I'm like, no, I did. Oh, 50% retrace, dude. It's like right at it. Oops. How about that, man? Right from the breakout, we literally would, if we had a measure move, we would hit 37.26. No problem, man. All right. Gotta love that, man. Gotta love when that happens, when measure moves hit literal fib nodes like on the dollar. It's nuts, man. It's freaking nuts. What's up, light? You got me, man. Speaking of light, big corn is on the move. Corn futures are up. Dude, it's like kind of lagging. Hey, 808 Chi, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate it. Welcome. I know you, Chi. At 36.96 right now, continuing to move up. Bitcoin very well could be hitting the 50% very soon. Seems like it's wanting to run there. Doesn't it seem that way? Patrons! You kidding me, dude? There it is. The 50% retrace was hit. And we've exceeded it to a small degree. Just a little bit, man. Let's go, baby. Let's go. My heart is broken, but Bitcoin perseveres. Gotta love it. You didn't know how the bridges suck. Jeez. And there you go, man. Just as we hit it, we pulled back. Wow, fibs are real. Yes, they are real. Don't even, dude. Don't even disrespect the fibs, dude. As you hit it, boom, already back. Sorry, just trying to catch up on chat. I've not had the opportunity to catch up all the way on chat. So timely, UL, dude. What's up, guy Scheiffelbein? Sorry if I mispronounced your name. What's up, Shirley Lewis? Long time no see. Sorry, Coach K, man. I know I don't have my lighting on right now. So. Shambhala. Everyone's putting their gifts into Bitcoin. Chinese New Year. It's exciting to see the move up, Abdul. Yeah, dude, it's always exciting when that happens. It's pretty rare. We don't get that opportunity very often when live, but magic happens when you stay live, right? Magic, I've been live 2 hours and 8 minutes now. Please hit that like button, that sub if you're enjoying the broadcast and you're maybe a little disappointed in the pullback we got when we hit our 50% retrace, man. Oh my god. Give me a sec. So we never quite got our entry so much on Bitcoin. We were very close. Very close. But this was like one of the recent little setups we had on Bitcoin. Okay, so you know that falling wedge, that pennant, that consolidation pattern that is healthy, where we're getting areas where people can accumulate it, get areas of value to buy in for potentially a move up, right? You know, we just never got back down to the 50% retrace, which is fine. You know, that's good. You showed strength at the 35 area, right? And you said play. There it is, man. There it is. Just ran up at the measure move of this little pattern. And we have since sold off tremendously, right? You had your opportunity just there, and now it's gone. All right. Crazy world, right? Crazy world we live in with BTC. Respects the TA over and over and over again. So Bob the Builder, man. Asia pumped it and dumped it, dude. Sorry to disappoint you. So button upon Cowboy.
Well, that was fun. Do not get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, Mr. Damon, man. Thanks for the 5, dude. Much love, dude. Thank you for all the ongoing support, dude. We've been through a lot, haven't we, together, dude? Through back pains, potential diabetes, crazy psychos that try to extort, you know? Like, we've been through it all, man. Thanks, Mr. Damon, man. Love you, dude. Where could Bitcoin tap out today in a bond cowboy? Maybe we just got it. I don't know, dude. You don't like, those are such speculative questions, right? You don't know. But Mama said fibs are the devil. Yeah, exposed. Totally. Totally are. Overtime. Yeah, technically we are overtime. Yep, about 10 minutes, 11 minutes now. Cancel the Lambo, Adrian, dude. Get right, man. Yo, should I do wax yet? Well, you know how we are, man. We normally look at wax in between Bitcoin and Ethereum, but now we skipped it today accidentally. God forbid. Cap, of course. Worldwide Asset Exchange. Jeez, man. Yeah, nice pumpy pump. Yeah, you got it, man. Congrats on your pumpy pump. Started changing the color scheme up a little bit. Jeez. Okay, yeah, wax was just a little range bound. Just a little range bound. And it has simply just broken to the upside. Okay. Alright, here you go, dude. I don't really know what to tell you, man. This is kind of like an eve and eve, some sort of double bottom, a discernible double bottom. Probably the daily it looks pretty good, right? But clearly you just had a low and the same low, whatever, and you just kind of start making higher lows and then just exploded up, man. Just, it sometimes happens. Bitcoin price action, I'm sure, has helped complement this move. If you want to be as technical as possible, you could go maybe a candle close up here. You could measure from the low point here to the high point, and that would be a measured move of the double bottom. But I don't know if we'll get there. Probably not. This might be a telegram. No idea, dude. Right, just go like here. Break, dude. There you go. See, you didn't make it, man. Oh, you got pretty freaking close, man. Gosh almighty, right? Very close. On wax, dude. Very cool. Dude, my restream is like freezing up. What's up, Lord Dumpington, man? Is that what we call a dump nowadays? $50? Dude, pump and dump. I don't know, man. I've started becoming desensitized to it. And I'm worried because, like, you know, back in Tuscaloosa, it was the largest in 2011. It was April 27th, 2011. The largest tornado outbreak in meteorology history. Meteorology records, the centerpiece, the largest tornado of that day came through Tuscaloosa. And during the day, sirens were going off multiple times. You'd freak out, and then you'd start getting desensitized because they'd keep going off over and over and over again, and you'd stop listening to them. But then what happened was the tornado hit the tower where it actually had the sound, and no siren went off. So not really a good point, but it's like really you just start becoming desensitized to words, right? Like pump and dump. Oh, it pumped. You look up and it's up literally like $15. It's like, okay, they must be looking at it on the 1 to 5 15-minute chart, right? For anyone to say that, because it might look like it's pumping on a smaller time scale, right? Darn it. What's up, Bug Kiki? Sir Gordon Gecko, hello. Likes up 56%. Kangs, dude, Kangs. Oh, man. It was about 7 Eastern. It started. What you talking about, homie, man? I don't know, man. Big rejection up there. Not really good, but hey, it looks great for us, man. This is what we kind of... We didn't think the sell-off would happen. That's whatever. We don't, but we did think that a measure move might get hit, and it did. It hit, and it's off. So well respected, man. You got to be so proud of that, man. Okay, you got to be proud of that, man. Peace be upon you, Kappa, but not Kappa. All right, Mobius, man. Oh, check that, dude. That's very unfortunate right there, dude. Broken dreams. For the FOMOs. Broken dreams.
$XRP take over the world and bring central banks to their knees.
Sir Gordon Gecko, man, thanks for the 589. He thinks that XRP will take over the worlds. JP Morgan coin says, au contraire. Sir Gordon Gecko. Excuse me, au contraire. Thanks, dude. Much love, man. I really appreciate the support. Hey, man. It looks like a... I don't know. Almost like a gravestone. To some degree, right? Which are reversals. But I don't know, man. You got 2 hours, 41 minutes left. Who knows what this thing's going to do within the parameters of this craziness that we just saw. Getting nasty, man. It's getting nasty out there in this crypto world. Just gotta love targets. And we've had a very, very productive stream today, right? Efficient, looked at a lot of assets. It's been good, man. It's been good. As I just trying to, just day one for me, man. Day one for the struggle, the emotional struggle that I'm going to be dealing with probably for some time. It sucks, man. Really bad. Oh my god, man. Too many Simpson references, dude. Different types of Simpsons characters. Is that what you're talking about, dude? Is that what you're saying, man? Hanging out. Alright, yeah, what a rush, indeed. What a rush. You want to see something crazy? Huh. So this is Tether, okay? This is Bitcoin to Tether. Alright, man. It is different, man. It is somewhat different. You just got anchor point 1 and 2 and 3. And look, man, what's going on? I don't know. We haven't looked at it in a second. Just whatever. You know, if we did look at it, you just adjust, right? We just make the adjustments, man. And then it's the same pattern. It's that little pin-it wedge, whatever. Okay, consolidation. You broke it to the upside. And look. Actually, you're actually outside. It's crazy. You rejected. You kind of rejected. You just kind of opened outside of it oddly enough. But huge, huge wick right there. But that's it's very interesting, right? Very interesting on Tether. What we're doing at critical areas, very, very critical areas. This is the top of the structure. Top of the structure. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful. Concealed carry. I need that in my life, man. Why do I need a concealed carry in my life right now, dude? Concealed carry weapon. That's what CCW means. I mean, I have that. I have a permit, right? A valid permit. Thanks, JP. I really appreciate that, man. Much love. Yep, Bitcoin is just, oh man. I'm sure everything else has responded to that. Not favorably. Okay, I can't remember, man. Which one was it? Was it Coinbase? Yeah, it was Coinbase. Yeah, look at that, man. Look at this on Ethereum. Impulse up, upsloping consolidation. You ran all the way up to the top of the ascending broadening wedge, you could say, two diverging upsloping trend lines. And you have rejected again. Second time now. I'm still just dumbfounded, man. Still like in shock, really. I'm freaking shook, dude. Dude, restream's annoying. Dude, like completely froze. Thanks, Nicholas, man. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, you're talking about on BTC to USDT? Yeah, man, it'd be very cool, dude. It would be cool. What do you mean, Mobius, man? CCW, you're talking about clear. No, that's CCR. That's the clear credence. Whatever, you know, the band from the 70s or something. They were good, man. They were real good. Didn't want to film it, man. It sucks. Okay. Talking about that bearish divergence. Yeah, somewhat, but we haven't established that swing high yet, right? Positive momentum could keep building, right? If Bitcoin just kept on moving up and Ethereum wanted to play ball with it, maybe we start getting more higher histogram wicks. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly going to be bearish divergence, right? Right here. Talk about here, man. That type of thing. Kind of like that a little bit. Whether you look at this anchor point or this one, it doesn't matter. They're either double topping or making a lower high. That's both a form of bearish divergence, B or A, class A or B, whatever. So yeah, man. And, dude, just so close. We almost made it at 618, 137.25. The golden retrace. You have obvious, man. That's what has to happen, man. It must be torn down to be rebuilt the right way. Okay. So you go, dude. Just struggling between 36.16 and 37.31. Okay, so everywhere in between. 36.34 is the area of resistance. We've just been unable every time to sustain prices above. Never been able to break it, including right now. So you better pray for some more price action, some more buying pressure to come in to push us above this area to close, and then the next one after that, get some confirmation and stay above the 382, because we've got above it one time and then literally bearishly engulfed right after that. But granted, that was on a weekend, like Sunday or something, Saturday. Well, Nippon Cowboys is staying long through the 2 hours, just sitting 10:30 Monday in Japan. Or Gato. I'm glad to hear that, man, that I'm at least able to make your Monday go by a little faster, dude. It's wonderful to hear, man. Very happy about that. Thank you, man, for letting me know. 20 simple moving average, 50 simple moving average, and your 200 simple moving average. Logos free. Those three are what I'm using. Okay, man. Okay. Man, I just want to stay alive, dude. I feel so bad. It's like I don't even want to go offline. It's so weird how that works, man. So weird. Like clinging to stream because I'm like broken. Okay, keep your eye on it, set up alerts, whatever. See if we can get back up there. Measure move hit of this pattern. That's all there is. That's all there is to it. Alright, y'all. It's been fun. I really appreciate all the love and support. It seriously means everything. Okay. Okay, Jack Smith contributed a little bit of Ethereum, like $2 of Ethereum earlier. Okay, that's what that was. Thank you, man. So, Mr. Gordon Gecko, Mr. Damon, WW Baker, Alex Cobb, Vincent XRP, Brim Log, dude.
How about a XRPTA's JP Morgan coin is a shit coin? Jamie Dimon has shit for brains.
What was the question, dude? Was it you wanted me to do JP Morgan or you wanted me to do XRP? How about AXRPTA? Probably a period. And then he's going to say JP Morgan as an S coin. So I take it you mean XRP. And I highly doubt someone who doesn't like JP Morgan would want an analysis of it, right? Yeah, man, just simple stuff, dude. There you go, hitting the 200 moving average and failing, like we talked about with Alex Cobb earlier. You rejected it. You rejected it, man. Okay. Nothing, dude. Falling wedge. You broke out of the falling wedge. You're now in the symmetrical triangle. You're towards the apex of it. You're kind of out of it now, a little bit. Alright, so just kind of outside of it, kind of nebulous. I think it's kind of weird, sketchy until you break above the 200 moving average at this point, because how many times have we used it as a resistance? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, now 5th time. It's the 5th time now we're rejecting prices above the 200 moving average since late January. Just can't do it, man. You can't do it. Thanks, Arthur, man. I really appreciate it, dude. Seriously. There you go, Captain Abby, exactly. No matter what bad happens in life, always be enough occupied by hobbies you like a lot. Yeah, dude, I like this, man. I like streaming. Sure thing, Gordon Gecko, man. Here it is, dude. But we can zoom out if you want. Look at your down-sloping channel. Farley, I was showing them this, not so much textbook. It's what I see from time to time a lot, XABCD, where you have like 2 different types of patterns. Like this was a Gartley and a bat together. It's because the retrace was like 60% of the way. That means you should normally retrace 78% of the way, but this thing retraced 88.6% of the way, but it got the 1618th of extension from the B to C, so that gave it was still valid. And that's what we said was a scenario that could have played out on Bitcoin, where it could have sold off and hit that 1618 at 32.32, but it didn't. It stayed at our entry, our first entry, and then ran. So this did the same type of thing, right? The bullish Gartley bat, and then it broke the upside, hit 382. I think we had the 618 as well. I think we almost like hit it on the dot. Christmas Eve, right? Yeah, Christmas Eve, the Santa rally. But either way, it's by the pattern. You have a down 7 channel you've been in since the Great FOMO, really. And that's it. That's Coach K, dude. Appreciate that, man. I'm glad you're learning, Mac Daddy, man. That's what it's about, dude. That's what it's about. Investing in yourself. Never asking for someone to give you something. You're here because you want to learn how to do it yourself, right? So you don't have to rely on others. Yeah, it does happen for a reason, man. And though it hurts really right now, I'm sure it is best for the long term, right? I'm sure it truly is. It just really, really hurts because it's like the day it happened, right? This is the day. It's the day. I'm sure a lot of people think the same thing, dude. Introvert's volume is a lot of times low. Remember we talked about the majority of Bitcoin trading is done over the counter, OTC, non-exchanges. So you got to take the volume with a little grain of salt sometimes. Yeah. Sunday night, Monday morning, yeah. But I mean, it's higher than what we get, like, sometimes. Look what, y'all should think Sir Gordon Gecko got me off on, an analysis. Looks like wrapping it up. It's back in Bitcoin right now. Mr. Gecko, man, was that okay, dude? Let me know. Oh, that's right. Isn't it George Washington? His birthday, or is it just George Washington Day? Dang, dude, we've looked at a lot of assets today. This has been great, great stream. You're gonna be straight, dude? What you talking about? I mean, President's Day was right. Or dude, my my NOAA weather thing kept saying Washington Day, like Washington Day. 'Cause I was like cleaning my kitchen and it was doing that. I think XRP can get moving above that resistance. Dude, it's speculative. I have no idea. It's going to be breaking big to the upside downside soon, and you better keep your eye on Bitcoin. XRP to the US dollar is heavily tied to Bitcoin price action. So if Bitcoin runs the upside, there's a higher likelihood that yes, XRP will break the upside too and break that resistance. But if Bitcoin stalls here, fails, and starts selling off, no, XRP will not break that resistance and start selling off. So Chris Caron, man. Yeah, not a good day to say that. Yeah, nothing to worry about. It just hurts, man. It's just like, you know, it's not like about, oh, I'm ruined. It's not even, you know, it's just like, dude. Lots of goods about to happen. I don't know, man. EOS, got close to our target, still upsloping, but dang, man, I don't like the way that structure is at all. Holy crap. Alright, just up, you know, whatever, man. Just you can put 1 and 2 and 3 on the top, right? And not bad. Some support on the heart line, resistance on the 75, some resistance on the 25, now support on the 25, and some resistance at the heart line, right? So not too bad, not a bad channel. Anyway, I know there's a lot going on, but a high point to low point. We got almost to the 1618, and maybe if we were a little less greedy on our, well, it's not really greedy, it's just the measure move. The measure principle didn't play out this time. It got very close. 82.39 with a high, and then the 84.45 was that measure move. So it did pretty well, but here it almost just looks like impulse up, like some sort of, I don't know, head and shoulders or something, slanted head and shoulders. Of course, you could just keep going up, right? But this looks a little bit like exhaustion of some sort. You see this time and time again, and you'll just fail to make higher highs and then dump. But hey, man, whatever. TOS, dude, big symmetrical triangle, broke out of the upside, big move, never pulled back, never gave confirmation, just went. And that's sometimes how it goes. And that's why entries on symmetrical triangles, lowest risk areas, are at the bottom, right? The bottom of the triangles and not the breakout. You don't have to worry about it, man. You can buy it before it's cold.
Digibyte breaking its downtrend? Check out DGB BTC and DGB USD.
Hey, Kush Blunts, thanks for the 3s, man. Much love to Tron connecting jar. Much love. Yeah, somewhat, dude. 200 moving average. There it is again, man. We'll look at it in a second. Alright. So I just don't know, man. I don't know if we're going to get that target up there. It doesn't seem very likely, does it? With this kind of structure, it just doesn't look that hot, but, you know. We'll see, man. This could have been it. 82 and change could have been it, man. Alright. Okay. Here's your Digibyte on the daily, right? You're just a downtrend, man. Just think have it like this, because there's just so many wonderful little touch points everywhere that I like, that makes me think the market might be interpreting it this way. I don't know, but just going with my gut here. It looks like you could clearly just have like an impulse down, and then you could probably include some sort of channel of some sort, right? But you know, just something like this, right? It doesn't even look very good, does it? Not at all, man. mean, it confines everything, but you're trying to break. Look, this 75% trend line, ungodly difficult, impossible to break. You're kind of trying to break it right now, but you're like below the 50-day moving average, so it's bearish stuff, man. You're so far away from your 200 moving average, 200-day moving average, man. Like, so I don't know, man. From a low point here to the next low point. You had a little class B divergence, right? Class B bullish divergence, where you just critical area support. We talked about if you crack this and broke this, you were in a lot of trouble, man. Lots and lots of trouble. You could see XL limb to BTC dumpage. Okay, you could clearly see that, man. There's just very little support, and none really below you until you reach all the way down to like 153 sats. By that point, you've lost like 40% of your value. So this is just critical to hold here, which it seems like we are for now. But man, you better start making higher highs soon. Otherwise, you're just going to come back down, test it, and eventually just crack it and sell off and then dump. Be careful on DGB, Digibyte. All right? Thanks again, Kush Blunts, man. Much love. Support is important. Potent potables. All right. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K. Yeah, dude. Mobius, man, there might not ever be a next bull market, like a crazy FOMO run. You just gotta remember that. There might not ever be one, but if there is one, it might be 10 years, might be 2 years, a year, 3 years, right? It's speculative, we don't know. So we just, we don't worry about that stuff. We worry about making money in any market. We don't care about a bull market. There's money to be made in both markets, even sideways markets. Range-bound stuff, we've been finding range-bound coins. They're there. They exist a lot. What's up, Joe Ray, man? $58.9 miles an hour, sure, dude. I do, Mac Daddy, man. I just don't have it up, man. Let me see what I can do, man. Here you go, dude. There you go. If you want to tip me an XRP, I just don't have a spot for it, really. So if you want to tip an XRP, now's the time to do it, I guess, right? I think I have it in my starting, so not starting soon, but thanks for watching, right? So yeah, it's just up there right now if you want it. There you go, dude. Jury, not sure, man. I'm not really looking into market cap increase, dude.
Thank you much for being caring enough to be here. Sorry you're feeling down, but just remember, everything is temporary. Namaste, dude.
Namaste. Hey, Brandon Green, man. Thanks for the $6.90 the Verge coin in the chart, man. Much love, dude. Really appreciate that. Yeah, man. Just one minute at a time, right? 1 minute at a time, I guess, right? Just so grateful to have a community behind me. Okay, seriously, just is so humbling, and like I still don't believe it. Okay. Mastering others is strength. Mastering oneself makes you fearless. Oh, Derek, man, we looked about everything else, though. Before we look at this, it's tough, man, on this dude, because this thing is just such a blah, man, whatever. Alright. we can make the argument here. Let me see what I can do. Give me a sec. I'm looking at something. Okay, so this makes the most sense. Okay, if you want to see BTT, sure, man. I'm gonna look at it right now. Just for you, dude. Okay, you come in here and you ask, and I'm like, all right, man, let's do it, dude. Why not? Why the heck not? All right. There it is, dude. All right, I tried plotting the upside, right? You'd think, hey, maybe it would make sense to do an upsloping channel, but when I did it, sadly, I saw that 1 and 2, you had broken out. Okay, you're outside of that upsloping channel if you plot it that way. So, probably the best way to look at it is make it 1 and 2 on the top, and then 3 and 4 on the bottom. That's it. Okay, and you're just kind of trying to get above that 75% trend line of the equidistant channel. High point to low point, we retraced 62% of the way and reversed our price action to the downside. Wow, really? Isn't that how it works, man? When you retrace, go and retrace them, and then you don't? Saw? Oh, whatever. Thanks for the fibs, man. Thanks for working for us, dude. There you go, dude. 4 hour, I don't know, man. Holding on to that negative momentum for the most part. I mean, you're losing a little bit, but you still just have it, and you're just looking pretty bearish, kind of neutralish on the RSI, just going sideways. So, whatever, man. It's a lower high. Maybe we'll see a lower low. I don't know. BTT to BTC. Where's the VeChain doing things? Well, we already did it. We did it earlier today, but if you want me to do it again, I guess I can. Whatever it is.
VeChain doing things.
Yeah, it is a family joke, man. It really is, dude. This is a very, very special community that I didn't even know one could have a community of this caliber, of this high quality, man. I had no idea. I'm just happy to be able to, you know, be the common area, like where, you know, everyone congregates around this stream, man. It means a lot. It's really cool. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Why not? Back above 302 at least. That's good. It's harder to see, I know. Whatever, let's go sideways with it. So you just, yeah, there you go, right? Some measurement has already been hit this pattern, but hey, man, after selling off, we're kind of running back up a little bit, trying to, just slightly. Volume increasing some from the previous candle, at least. It's okay. What is the name for the tip bot? Oh, I think it's my Twitter handle. Let me look at it real quick. I don't know, dude. Let me see. Dude, it doesn't even oh yeah, it's Lord Ray 23 right here. Boom. This is it. XRP tip bot. Lord Ray 23. Come on. Thanks, dude, for the consideration, or at least for the contribution to XRP. That's cool, man. Thank you, dude. Hey, MK, dude. Yeah, we finally had some movement, dude. We had the movement, and then we sold off at the 50% retrace right on the dot, the measure move of the little consolidation pattern. How lit is that, dude? Crazy. So, Blue Man, are we ascending? I mean, kinda, a little bit. It'd be nicer to hit the 618 so we can be Kangs on the 382 and the 618 targets for the Gartley. Man, legendary. Dude, why are these songs like back to back sucking so bad? I'm not doing it, dude. Just get it out of here. excuse me, man, I keep burping. Okay. Sky, are you just working, driving right now? Well, glad you tuned in, man. Just kind of just hanging out really at this point. Been live 2 hours and 50 minutes, going on 3 hours now. Okay, man, just hanging out and giving you extended coverage of this small little move that Bitcoin seems to be making or has made, right? We've already hit as high as 37.20, nearly 37.34, right? It's a little loud. Dang, Sir Gordon Gecko got me like all the way back here, didn't he? Hey, Mac Daddy, man. Mac Daddy, dude. Thanks for the 10 XRP, dude. Really appreciate that, man. Kanks. Gaming Master Dance is nice to wake up with some movement. Yeah, dude. Right. Always good to see that, man. Even better when you're in a long position on it, right? You bet the 30-minute chart is crazy, Coach K, man. Yeah, it's alright, right? It's a big move. Big wick though, right? Huge wick right there. A lot of selling right there, huh? Wow. Even crazier on the 60-minute with 7 minutes left till the close. Look at this huge, insanely sized spinning top we've got going on, man. Wow. Spinning top doji, long-legged doji. It's going to be one or the other. Long-legged spinning top or long-legged doji. Alright, that's crazy volatility on both sides for the most part. A lot of times those indicate volatility coming. It's like a lot of times there's foreshadowing based on what Bukowski says about the tops, spinning tops, long-legged dojis and all that. Alright. So I guess what I'll do is just, I don't know, man. Still got like 180 people tuned in right now. Well, the 30-second chart exposed. Sorry, man. I lost the app for it when I got my PC. Okay, but what we do, we've had 4 straight hours of green, man. 4 straight. It's not bad, man. Volume elevating with the higher prices. Sweet. Positive momentum building. But look at this 60-minute RSI. Sitting at like 80, dude. 80, that's very overbought. We haven't been this overbought in a while. I haven't been this overbought since February 8th, since the $300 move of the upside. Yeah. Been a minute. But great to see a little breakout, right? Some sort. Others could argue 1 and 2 and 3. It was broken there too. Different touch points. Hey, Greg White, man. Found some Bitcoin movement. Yeah, dude, for sure. I know people are just trickling in saying right around the same thing, right? With Bitcoin doing that. So, yeah, dude. I don't know if it wants to go there at all, dude. Brainwaves is just literally stuck, you know, stuck at this 3654 area, up and down, but it finally is like kind of normalizing. It seems like this is what the structure is going to be when the candle closes in 5 minutes or so, right? I don't know, man. Whatever. Stochastic is coming down as well. Yeah, there you go, MJO, dude. Thanks for pulling that out, man. Kanks. We're just hanging out now, man. We've covered everything under the sun today. Alright, you asked for it, probably looked at it. It's crypto. that's kind of my my cue, though, right? When chat literally dies, I die too. I don't know, man. We made it almost 3 hours to, like, you know, it's pretty good stream, man. So go back to the 4 hour, I guess. Whatever. Because it's green, it looks better. Looks better here. Yeah. 2 more hours left on the 4 hour candle. $124 billion. Okay, so not really going anywhere. It's kind of like bound there at this point. Crypto market cap. REL. Been fun. Thank y'all for being here, all y'all. Good to see some green action on Bitcoin. Maybe we'll get some more. Who knows? But what more could you ask for? Running all the way up to 37, 34. Brandon Green, Kush Blunts, Mr. Gordon Gecko, Sir Gordon Gecko, Mr. Damon, WW Baker, Alex Cobb, Vincent X4P, Rimlog. Seriously, Rimlog, man. Beeswaxers, Billy, man. Jules Santana, and freaking Dana Melissa. Thank you all so much for those contributions. It means everything. Y'all are my fam. And I know y'all got my back because I'm dealing with a lot of crap personally. Alright, so that's what happens when you're a 7-day-a-week streamer. You're going to get drama from time to time from the streamer because I have a life and I'm not going to like whatever. So I'll be back tonight. Freaking love y'all. Until next time, respect, TA.
those turd nuggets.